Hello, good evening everyone. Here I'm with Rafa Vega, one of the best journalists from Spain. And today we are gonna to talk from this episode for the podcast of Visit. We are gonna talk about women's football, especially in Spain. Rafa Vega, can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Rafa Vega. I'm a professor in EUSA and I'm also a sports journalist. I've worked in television for 20 years and I'm very glad and very happy to be with you, Valentin.
How would you describe, from your opinion, the evolution of the women's football in Spain over the past 10 years?
Mm-hmm. First, I would say hope about the future, about what's coming. And second, I would say surprised. Because, for example, in Spain, women's soccer, they weren't very in the top, and suddenly they won the World Cup in 2023. So this was a very good surprise, and this created this atmosphere for fans and for managers to see what's going on and to see what's coming and to understand that women need support to develop in soccer, in football.
What was the real turning point? You were talking about like the Women's World Cup that they won, but what's the real turning point from your vision?
I think it was very important a social movement, not only a sports movement, social movement. From year 2013, 2014, every March, 8th of March, there were bigger and bigger and bigger demonstrations in the street to celebrate International Women's Day. This was a very, very powerful movement in Spain. So women showed that they had the right, as the men have, to do whatever they want. And this also applies to sports. From this moment, women pushed and they opened the door and they said, here we are. And after so many years, we are entitled to have the same rights. So this was getting bigger. It was a social movement that it also applied to sports.
Have you noticed a changement in the vision of the fans, or maybe in the media over the past like 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, the most important thing is that now fans, they have women references. It's not only men references, Cristiano Ronaldo, Mbappe, Messi, it's also women. Now men and women can understand that there are women that are very, very good football players. For example, in Spain, we have the 2 best football players in the last years. We have Alexia Putellas, we have Aitana Bonmatí. So girls, young girls, they now can see them as their idols, and they want to become like them. Women years ago, they didn't have that, unfortunately.
All of the FC Barcelona teams are very like examples for every young woman.
Yeah, and the good thing is that now the society are understanding that women need support. This doesn't happen just like that. Aitana Bonmatí doesn't get the best football player in the world just because she had the support of FC Barcelona, as you mentioned. She had the support of their family, of the women 20, 30 years ago. They didn't have the support to become football players. If a woman wanted to be a football player, probably family, professors, society would say, no, this is for men. This is not for you. Don't play football. Fortunately, now they have this support and they are understanding that they have the power to do that.
You come from the media world in Spain. What you see in the development of the media, if the women are more like putting some lights, how is it going on?
I have to be very critical with media in Spain because, as you said, there is a development in society. Women are fighting to have equal rights in society, in football, but in media we are not seeing that. If you go to a sports media outlet, to a newsroom, most of the people that you see, or most of the journalists, or all of the journalists that you see them, is men. And this means that we are not so sensitive to this situation. We don't understand the situation as women understand. We don't understand that we have to give access to women in the content that we select to be broadcasted on TV, in the content that we select to cover, to do coverages. So this is still difficult. We have to understand, and it's fantastic that, for example, in our subject, sports journalism, so many women are there. This means that maybe some of them are gonna be sport journalists, and they have this feeling about the situation. Unfortunately, men don't have this feeling about that.
Which institutional initiatives does they have plan in the last few years?
For me, it's crucial education at all levels. From the school, teachers educate children to understand about gender equality. Now we are, for example, in this very nice view, and we are seeing a football pitch in the school, and I see some girls playing. It's because professors, probably teachers, are telling them, hey, you also can do this. You can play football. When I was a child, girls had to play volleyball, and we played football. Education from the beginning. In the next level, high school, when you are a teenager, again, your teachers, our parents, that they support us. If I'm a woman, I want to play football, I want the support from my parents, that they understand that this is not for boys and this is for girls. It's for everybody. And, for example, at university, we are understanding that this is a very powerful social movement, and we bring this debate to the classroom, as we did in our classroom. We debated about that, we reflected, and at least we have this situation in our brains, and we understand that this is important.
Is there any anecdotes from your vision and your work about women's football?
Well, I've been working in a newsroom where always it was men, and my anecdote is not from good experiences. It's men making comments about women in a bad way to try to put them in a side. So I would love that I had a better experience, but it was like that. Fortunately, I've been seeing women fighting to try to be in this position, and finally they got it.
And when you were walking, do you have the chance to maybe meet some women's football player?
Yeah, but in that time, I finished working in sports journalism 4 or 5 years ago. It wasn't so powerful in Spain yet. Now I understand that it's much bigger than it was.
Thank you, Rafa, for
My
your
pleasure.
time. It was a really good experiences and a really good podcast. I hope you will enjoy it. And thank you encore, Rafa.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.